Hey guys, it's Carl Brown for GuitarLessons365.com. Today we're going to take a look at the classic Baby I Love Your Way by Peter Frampton. So this is mostly based off the live, from Frampton Comes Alive, the version that most people know. I know he's recently come out with an acoustic album where he does the same thing. But anyway, so let's start here. We're in standard tuning, and we have a pretty unique chord voicing that if you've ever learned Blackbird by the Beatles, Paul McCartney, you've seen this before. So what's going on here, instead of any kind of a fingerstyle like Paul McCartney did, he's strumming these chords. So he has the 10th fret there on the A, then the open G string, and then the B string at the 12th fret. Now, the D string is muted, so you're going to use the bottom of your index finger, like just so how you hold it down, the A string, just hold it so you can just rub the D string there. So we have this. Then you have to just strum across those 4 strings. You might want to actually also mute the low E with the index finger and the high E as well. You might want to mute the high E with your pinky if you want. So we have this. You just want to hear those 3 notes. And then you're going to move this down to the 9th fret on the A and the 10th fret on the B with still the open G. Move that down 2 more frets. So that's the 7th on the A and the 8 on the B. This chord you only hit once. It's the 5th fret on the A string, and then the open G still, and the 7th fret on the B string. Then we're down here to the 3rd fret on the A, 5th fret on the B with the open G. So we have now in this intro we're going to continue that, move to this. This is a B minor 7th chord, so it's a full bar at the 7th fret, and then add the 9th fret there on the A string. Move that down to the A minor 7, which is just 2 frets lower. Then to get the next chord, all you gotta do is come and take your 3rd finger there and move it to the 7th fret on the high E string. And you're really strumming from the 5th string though. So alright, so that's the end of the intro, and then we have the verse, which uses the same figure. So now it holds on this chord and ends it with this chord. Now how he actually plays that chord is like this. I don't really like fingering it like that, but he is playing it the 8th fret here on the low E, along with the 8th fret there on the A, 7th fret on the D string, and then barring the 8th fret with his pinky across the G, B, and the high E. Believe it or not, that is how he plays it. So if your fingers work good for that kind of thing, that's great. There's a different way to get all 6 of those notes in. You can play it like this, the chord like a lot easier way, which is just barring with your 3rd finger across the 8th fret, then the 7th fret on the D with your index, 2nd fret on the 2nd finger plays that F note, which is the 8th fret of the A, and then you can reach over with your thumb to get the bottom note. That might be more comfortable for me. I like to just literally do a little bar, so both of those notes are played with my middle finger there. But you do want to get that low C in there, so you don't want to just, or you can kind of cheat it a bit. Instead of playing that F in there, you won't really miss it if you just play the bass note and mute that A string. So either way, it's a difficult chord to grab from here and then jump straight. So you might want to cheat it. All right, so we have this. So you do that a couple times. From there we have the pre-chorus, which sounds like this. Takes it to the chorus. So that's that same B minor 7th we did earlier, but he adds a little to it. He plays that, and as he's strumming, he'll add the 9th fret there on the G string with his pinky. Then we take this down to an E dominant 7th chord. So that's the 7th fret on the A, 6th on the D, 7 on the G, and then 5th fret on the B string. You can have the high E ring with it. Then we're back to that same minor chord shape, just 2 frets lower like we did earlier. And then that same dominant 7 chord shape that we did here, 2 frets lower, to make it a D7 chord. So we have this. If you want to add that little note to it, you can again, but you just keep it minor 7, and then the D7 chord, and that takes us to the chorus, which is by far the easiest part of the song. Sounds like this. So that was kind of the intro after you play this chorus chords 3 times. So the chorus chords, now once again, he does play this like this. It starts with the G, he'll do it with a little bar. He likes doing the little pinky bars, doesn't he? So that's, but you know, easier way to play it would just be the same notes, just the top 2 strings, 3rd fret, standard G major chord, instead of just barring it. All right, G to D to A minor, C. Just repeat 3 times. So after that, then it's back into the exact same thing that you played at the intro. And that takes you back to start the verse over again. Same verse as before, same pre-chorus as before, and this time when we get to the chorus, we have the same chords played 3 times, leaving that, instead of playing the intro thing through once, you just do the verse. You just play this. That's underneath like that organ solo. All right, so then it goes back to the pre-chorus coming out of that solo that we did earlier, but instead of going to the chorus and the pre-chorus, just goes back to the same verse as before. So it's kind of a slick way of getting back to the verse. All right, so we really don't have anything else to talk about except that when you go through the verse and the pre-chorus again, the chorus, the last chorus of the song is extended. So you play this more than 3 times. So you'll keep that going until the very end where we have this little outro where he plays something slightly different. It sounds like this. Something like that at least. But it's basically the same chords. You go down, so you might want to listen to the album for the timing, because from there at the 3rd fret you just take it down to the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret there on the B with the open G, so it's the same to a C and then to a G, but you just basically strum it these 2 bottom strings and strum it to the open B. So it's not the same G we played earlier. Alright, so that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com.